These people lucked out big time. From pots of gold to old currency worth thousands and bags full of cash thrown in their backyards, these people found the most amazing things by accident. One person even found a bootlegger's stash from all the way back from Prohibition. These finds are totally insane, giving the lucky treasure hunters a quick route to a fat paycheck. Get ready as we dive into the top moments of these fortunate souls, finding treasures intentionally and accidentally, turning their lives upside down. Number 1. Great Kentucky Horde. The cornfield owner was busy digging through his field when he stumbled upon something far more valuable than just corn. The Kentucky man made an extraordinary discovery, unearthing a stash of over 700 gold coins, heralded as one of the most remarkable coin-collecting finds of the 21st century. These rare gold pieces, in the amounts of $1, $10, and $20, and dated from approximately 1842 to 1862. And these combined made up what is now known as the Great Kentucky Horde. They serve as powerful reminders of the hardships faced throughout the American Civil War. According to experts, Kentucky was neutral at the time these coins were minted, but it later fell victim to raids by John Hunt Morgan during June and July of 1863. Before that raid, many wealthy Kentuckians of the time are rumored to have buried vast sums of money to protect it from being stolen. These coins, preserved for more than a century and a half, tell the tale of desperate times. However, for the Kentucky man who found them, they brought a wealth he likely never imagined possible. The hoard comprised 20 $10 Liberty coins, 8 $20 Liberty coins, and the remaining 95% of the coins were made of gold. Among the discovered treasure, the rarest coins were the 1863 $20 1-ounce gold coins, each of which was auctioned at six-figure value. In total, the Kentucky cornfield owner reaped a windfall of around $2 million. His diligence in caring for his field paid off far beyond his expectations. Number 2. Secrets of Serendipity. A couple in Northern California frequently hiked on their property with their dog and had noticed an old can hanging from a tree. At first, they dismissed it as nothing noteworthy, until one day they finally decided to investigate. The old can hanging from the tree felt to them like some sort of makeshift grave marker. When they tried to explore further by digging beneath it, they uncovered another can, so heavy they could barely carry it back home. To their surprise, the can contained nothing of what they had assumed. Instead, it was filled with a variety of historic coins. The couple, choosing to remain anonymous for all the right reasons, soon realized that the hanging can serve as a marker for buried treasure, hinting that there might be more to discover. Equipped with metal detectors and digging tools, they revisited the site of their discovery, ready for further excavation. This time, their instincts proved spot on. They made the biggest buried gold coin discovery to date, unearthing 8 cans containing a total of 1,427 coins. Although the face values of these coins summed up to be around $27,980, the collection of historic and rare coins fetched roughly $10 million when they sold them through Amazon. They even kept a few coins for themselves as family heirlooms. Staying anonymous was indeed a smart move. It helps them maintain their privacy and avoids unwanted attention or changes in their relationships. Suddenly, acquiring a significant sum of money can sometimes attract unwanted attention, so keeping a low profile can be a wise choice. After making their fortune, the couple paid off their debts, donated to charity, and continued living their lives as usual. Number 3. A tale of integrity. This elephant sitting in the backyard of a New York couple serves as a reminder of both incredible luck and pure goodness. Behind the trees lay a hidden safe, which Matthew and Maria Emanuel, the Staten Island couple, had initially mistaken for an electrical box. They brought in a crew to replace the trees with bamboo, and as the foliage was cleared, the crew stumbled upon the safe. Naturally, when you find a treasure, you have to open it. Upon opening the safe, Matthew discovered a bag filled with diamonds, gold, and jade, along with some damp $100 bills, totaling exactly $52,000. While Matthew's dream of finding treasure did come true, it's what he did next that truly will restore your faith in humanity. Matthew also found an address in the safe, which belonged to one of their neighbors. Upon inquiring, he discovered that they had been robbed back in Christmas of 2011, with a safe missing.
First, I knocked on the door and I asked them if they were ever robbed, and they said they were.
The police had informed the victims that they would likely never recover their stolen belongings. However, luck was on their side as Matthew and Maria returned everything, much to the astonishment and gratitude of their neighbors. While some people might have chosen differently, Matthew and Maria believed that honesty was the only right choice. They were confident that good karma would reward them for their integrity.
Karma.
Number 4. Bootleggers' whiskey stash. The small village of Ames, 3 hours away from New York City, boasts a legend of a house previously owned by a bootlegger. The couple living there didn't believe or care much about the rumors until 2020, when they decided to do some renovations. When Drummond, the homeowner, was removing the siding outside of the mudroom attached to the house, a mysterious package fell. Very perplexed, he was examining the package, hay and glass, trying to figure out what it was. Then he noticed another package and realized that the bootlegger legend was indeed true, because what he was looking at was a stash of whiskey. The couple kept searching all around the house and found bottles wrapped in tissue paper and straw, then bundled in packages of 6. In total, they found over 65 bottles. The owners became more curious about the infamous bootlegger, and upon researching, found out he was selling these whiskeys during the Prohibition era. The bottles were likely hidden due to the illegality of alcohol during that time. The bootlegger was also involved in some fishy business dealings and died unexpectedly before he could sell all of the booze. Nick Drummond and Patrick Backer have decided to preserve the empty bottles and bottles with evaporated whiskey in their home. They have sold the whiskey bottles for around $1,000 each, making a tidy sum in the process. Number 5. Home renovation discovery. During a home renovation project, a St. John resident unexpectedly stumbled upon someone's rainy day savings, which turned out to be a significant fortune. While installing hardwood flooring on his West Side home, Darcy Carter discovered a hidden treasure when he removed the top step. It was a small leather coin purse resembling a child's marble bag, inside of which were 10 U.S. gold coins dating back to the 1860s and 1870s. The coins were Liberty Head design double eagles with a denomination of $20. So this leather pouch contained $200 in face value, but these are extremely rare, sought-after coins by collectors worldwide. Each coin was worth around $2,000. Some people are just lucky. Number 6. Prehistoric backyard surprise. Finding bones in your backyard might sound frightening to some and certainly wouldn't be considered a treasure, but for this Iowa family, it's a different story. John and his sons were casually digging in their backyard for blueberries when they stumbled upon something very hard. John got on his hands and knees, and after removing dirt and closely inspecting it, he realized it was a bone, and a very enormous one at that. It was the femur bone of a mammoth from the Ice Age. For 2 years, the family kept it a secret, but then they contacted experts from the University of Iowa to help them excavate their backyard for potentially more bones. The researchers confirmed that the femur bone indeed belonged to a woolly mammoth. With their assistance, John excavated the area, uncovering more bones, including vertebrae and ribs of the mammoth. Since the bones were found on John's own property, he is the owner of this magnificent archaeological discovery. He has kept the treasure for himself, stacking up the big bones in his living room.
Holy cow, look at the size of that thing.
Number 7. Roman Villa in the Backyard. The children of the British rug designer had been constantly asking their father to install some lights in the barn so they could play ping pong there. One day, when the man finally decided to do so, something he never imagined unfolded. While digging, he hit something. Intrigued by this unusual discovery, he proceeded to unearth a mosaic floor right outside of his farm, 18 inches below the surface. He contacted the local council about this strange discovery, and within 24 hours, a team of archaeologists was on his property. What they found after digging several test pits in his backyard was simply mind-blowing. The archaeologists found that this farmhouse in Wiltshire, England, is standing upon a marble slab from a Roman villa, covering an area of 2,500 square meters. From the test pits in the backyard, archaeologists found a lot of artifacts, including oyster shells, brooches, coins, animal bones, and even a tomb of a Roman child. All of this suggests that the villa was inhabited by wealthy Romans, possibly even an emperor. It's definitely a fascinating discovery, and having a piece of ancient history right in your own backyard, well, that is something worth bragging about. Number 8. Fulfilling day at work. With over 10 years of experience as a metal detectorist and treasure hunter, Keith Willer was contacted by a family. This family had been wanting to sell their house for quite a while, but a rumor of hidden treasure kept holding them back. Keith, with all his passion for hidden treasures, started searching the house, determined to find some. And turns out that the find was not an easy one, as Keith had to deal with multiple false leads. However, he didn't give up and meticulously investigated every clue. While exploring the attic, he found a hole and inserted his endoscopic camera there. Finally, he spotted the top of a hidden metal box. He removed the wood from the attic floor and retrieved the metal box. Upon cracking it open, he discovers it to be full of cash. The dollar bills dated back to the 1930s to 1950s and amounted to around $46,000, with some of them potentially worth more than their face value. From a rumor to a fortune, who would have thought? Number 9. Fruitful landscaping. Money may not grow on trees, but it just might be hiding under your house if you're lucky enough. Take Rich Gilson as an example. While renovating his 1920s-era home in New Jersey, which he had purchased 4 years prior, Rich Gilson made an unexpected discovery. After removing his porch, he was clearing the old foundation and rocks when he found 2 cigar-shaped, rolled-up objects that resembled little rounds. Initially dismissing them as weeds, he tossed them aside. Later, while working with the pile he was using for fill, Rich caught sight of an edge with a green tint, piquing his curiosity. He decided to break it apart, and what he found next was truly amazing. They turned out to be $10 and $20 bills, totaling around $2,000 in cash. However, this was no ordinary cash. It was from 1934, which, adjusted for inflation, is equivalent to around $43,000 today. Gilson believed this hidden cash was likely acquired through shady means, as all the bills were from the same year and series, the A series. These mint-condition dollar bills from nearly a century ago could have fetched a fortune for Gilson if sold to collectors. However, he insisted on keeping them for himself so he would have a cool story to tell.
If I spend it and I tell this story, people are going to be like, well, where's the money?
Number 10. Cursed money. On August 2011, this 51-year-old Illinois man, unemployed for over 2 years, made a surprising discovery in his backyard garden while picking broccoli for dinner. A lot of cash, $150,000 to be exact. Wayne Sabaj alerted the police and handed over the money, but this wasn't solely out of honesty. It was also a strategic move. If the money remained unclaimed by anyone until the end of the year, it would legally become his. Immediately, no one stepped in to claim the money, but as the end of 2011 approached, an 87-year-old neighbor, Delross Johnson, who knew Sabaj well, attempted to stake her claim. Johnson mentioned in court that she threw away the money because she believed it was cursed. However, before the fate of the money could be decided, she passed away. It was ruled in Sabaj's favor, but just 10 days before he could collect it, he died. Now this is spooky. The money indeed belonged to Miss Johnson, as her daughter was able to identify various characteristics of the cash, such as its age and how it was packed, because she used to count it with her mother. The court then ruled for the money to be split between Johnson's daughter and Sabaj's son, bringing an end to the dispute. There were no more deaths. Perhaps the split of money lifted the apparent curse, allowing both parties to proceed without further consequences. Or maybe the curse will kick in later. Number 11. Renovator's Vintage Find. Angru is a YouTuber known for uploading videos of her remodeling various old houses. This one time, while remodeling a more than 100-year-old house, as they were preparing for carpet installation and removing nails, she spotted something shiny in the crack of the wooden floor. It's a 14-karat gold diamond ring. Well, that's a lucky find. But what's even more interesting is the newspapers she first noticed coming out from the side of the wooden floor. She proceeded to take out the boards to access the newspaper. These bunch of old newspapers were from the 9th of October, 1932. Finding a valuable ring along with a priceless treasure trove of papers to dive back in time sounds like a great discovery to me. Number 12. Estate Sales Lottery. A Texan bought a 15-year-old walnut chest thinking he had gotten the better end of the deal by acquiring this antique piece for just $100. But he actually got more than he paid for when he found a secret drawer at the bottom full of jewelry, paper money, stamps, Civil War memorabilia, and trinkets. This good man then contacted the estate sales and asked them to return the valuables to their owner. What a nice guy. Number 13. Historic currency unearthed. I don't know about you, but I'm starting to get jealous of these lucky people. For instance, this person discovered very old currency and silver coins while ripping out the floor. A historical treasure. According to the cameraman who discovered this treasure, the house he was working in was only about 10 years old, but the discovered items were more than 100 years old. He called the cops upon this unusual discovery, and they told him to keep it, since finders keepers. Not only is what he found super rare and old, but it's also suspiciously in mint condition, considering it was buried. The guy kept recording and provided footage of dollar bills you might have never even heard of, like a $20 bill with George Washington on it, a 25-cent note, a note with an Indian on it, and another George Washington featured note of 3 cents. Overall, the found trove had currency dating back from the 1850s to the 1930s. Well, the mint condition and wide range of years suggests that this well-preserved currency may belong to a coin and old currency collector. The cameraman states in the video that he is going to a jewelry shop to learn the proper value of the treasure he found, since they are super rare and could potentially fetch a handsome amount of money. Number 14. First treasure hunt. This 3-year-old tried out his metal detector for the first time with his father and grandfather. Within a few minutes, the detector started beeping, and after digging, the father found a gold pendant. Yup, Real gold. But that's not it. The pendant is actually an antique, estimated to be around 500 years old. People have spent their lives metal detecting to find something valuable, and this lucky kid got it on his first day. The gold is valued at a whopping $4 million. Definitely an unforgettable first experience for that kid. 15. Mystery Cash Stash. This YouTuber takes his Yamaha for a spin on some off-road trails. As he casually rides around, something catches his eye. Curious, he circles back and proceeds to inspect further. Beneath some rusty scrap metal, he finds a briefcase that doesn't seem to be old at all. He jokes about finding a hand inside, but he couldn't be farther from the truth. Inside, he found a lot of cash just sitting there. He starts questioning reality and begins to look around to see if someone is watching him. Beneath 2 loose $20 bills, there were 5 stacks of $1 bills, with each stack probably containing hundreds of them. With the instinct that it's too good to be true, Dana keeps checking his surroundings because it feels as if the money was planted there to catch someone. Or perhaps it was some kind of illegal dealing in which he has now intervened. Realizing the possibility of this being a drug deal and the danger of a drug lord coming and causing problems, Dana quickly puts the briefcase in his bag and rides away, ensuring he gets as far as possible. Was that smart or dumb? You decide in the comments down below. Number 16. Diving for gold. Enough with people finding treasures on land. Let's switch it up a bit with Eric diving off the Florida coast. Eric Schmidt is the son of a treasure-hunting family, and he's ventured into the abyss of the ocean to retrieve gold from a shipwreck. The vessel got caught up in a hurricane on its voyage from Havana to Spain. This time, with his sister behind the scenes on the boat, he found 51 gold coins, including a rare 1715 Royal minted for the King of Spain and a 12-meter gold chain. The rare 1715 gold coin alone is worth about $500,000, especially because it was found in near-perfect condition. What a find. Number 17. Treasure in trash. Dumpster diving enthusiasts can stumble upon some unexpected items over time. But what this lady discovers in this bag is truly unbelievable. A perfect 14-carat diamond gold necklace. Who throws away stuff like this? With its authenticity certificate and everything alongside it, this is one of the weirdest things to throw away. At least someone who appreciates this treasure more found it. The lucky lady continues to explore the goods in the trash bag and even finds a sparkly purse with some minor damage, but her next find is astonishing. Brand new tote bags, and there were over 50 of them. These perfectly fine and unused bags were thrown into the trash by retail stores just because the season ended. That's all from our side on the incredible tales of unexpected treasures waiting to be discovered right under our noses. What are your thoughts on these amazing finds? Which one was your favorite? Let us know in the comments, and feel free to drop your own treasure hunting adventures or unexpected discoveries. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, and to stay up to speed on more great stories like these, subscribe to our channel. Until next time, goodbye.